Hey everyone! So I got a really good feedback about like my vlog about being a people pleaser and just like being vulnerable on this platform. So we're gonna continue with the self-awareness videos, and today I thought it would be cool to like in this video think about what is said in this article. It's called 14 Things to Know Before Dating an ENFP. And this is by Thought Catalog. So if you Google Thought Catalog 14 Things to Know Before Dating an ENFP, you'll find the article. Now, interestingly enough, for those of you who are into the Myers-Briggs stuff, and like I personally love 16personalities.com, that is just, for me, like the descriptions about me and my friends, just super, super, like, very detailed and very focused, and I just really appreciate it. Trivia, I actually used to be an ENFJ, but I think that after some life experiences, I became less judgmental. I don't know. So I I've tested and my results have always been ENFP. So we'll talk more about that later on, but I just want to go through this thing. If you want to know more about ENFP and all that stuff, go to 16personalities.com. Again, yes. Okay, let's go through it. Okay, number 1, we are naturally enthusiastic and curious. I'm just going to read, and then I'm going to like let you know what I think. It says, I recently spent some time with a friend I knew growing up who I haven't seen much socially for many years. While we were out exploring a city that is still newish to me, she said, I forgot just how curious you are. You haven't changed much. Curiosity and enthusiasm are one of the things we are probably most known for. ENFPs have a genuine excitement for life and are full of natural curiosity about the world and the people in it. Blah, blah, blah. How to let this part of us engage us in new thoughts or ideas. Engaging our minds is one of the quickest ways to really connect with us. So true. Tell us what things you are currently wondering or thinking about and ask us the same thing. Throw scenarios our way or challenge us with new information. Knowledge is power, and we love people who help us grow. This is so true. The most recent experience I have of just kind of like exploring and being curious and loving life, a friend and I actually went to Kensington Market, and I've been there before, but not really like to be there. It was more like passing through. So when he and I went to Kensington, I was honestly like taking everything in. Like everything was just like so beautiful and colorful, and just like wanted to like see and touch and feel and hear and taste everything. And it was just exciting. Like I love vibrant colors too, and there was a lot of that in Kensington. So that was really cool. And about the intellectual stimulation, definitely. Especially, I thought it's because I'm a philosopher, but maybe it is an ENFP thing. So definitely, like the reason I am even making a self-awareness blog is because I love exploring ideas and my thoughts, and I love to know other people's opinions and things like that. So I definitely can relate to that. Number 2, we like to take care of others, but struggle to be taken care of ourselves. I will definitely talk more on this topic. I actually have it written down as something that I need to talk about because it's a struggle. And it kind of relates to my my previous video. So here's the description. Please do it anyway. Take care of ourselves. We are seekers of people. We love them, and when we connect with someone, we are often the first to go out of our way to initiate conversations, check in to see how their day or week has been, and make sure they're doing okay. We feel fulfilled when the people in our daily lives are happy, and we try to find ways that we can add to that. The truth is, though, we are often on the giving end of those things. Sometimes we need to be taken care of, but we will never ask you to do it. We hate asking for help. This is so true, guys. Like, when I was little, I would never ask for anything. like, my family would have to be like, okay, what do you want? Like, and I'm just like, oh, nothing, no, I'm good, it's good, it's good. Yeah, this can end up being a really lonely place for ENFPs to be. And I do think that this is, like, one of the things I cry a lot, but this is, like, the main thing that I cry about. It's just, like, I just kind of feel like if I give and give and give and, like, really genuinely care about somebody, and then I feel like I want to be asked those things too, but, like, I can't express that. I just feel like they should just do it. Like, if you love me, then do it, right? I'm realizing, though, that I can't expect that of people. Like, not everybody loves the way that I do, right? So, it's a balance. How to love this part of us. Few things make me feel more special than knowing when someone is thinking of me or goes out of their way to help me or check in on me. Shout out to my friends who do that. Thank you so much. Make it a point to make contact with me. Texts, small handwritten notes, or unexpected pop-ins, although not always welcome at home, are all acceptable forms of checking in on us. We think so often of others that we will notice when the cards are reversed. So again, this is like a really, it's just sad to think about right now. Like, yeah. Often, like, I feel like I get into relationships that are not balanced, friendships, whatever you want to call them. Just because I am very, like, how are you? You know, I want to make sure that my peeps are good, that my peeps are cool. And sometimes I'm like, who's checking on me? You know? But I gotta figure that out. Like, I gotta know how to check in on me too. So that is a point of growth. Number 3, we really truly are not flirting with the waiter. It will hurt us if you make the insinuation that we are. It doesn't hurt me. Like, I'm used to it. Like, I know that I'm flirty. I don't mean to be, but, like, I know that I can seem like that. I know that, like, probably half of Toronto think that I have a crush on them. ENFPs are constantly accused of flirting with everyone, and while it's true that most people will never have as much love and attention thrown their way by others as ENFPs often lavish, there's my word, lavish, it really is only our curiosity that pushes us to engage and interact with others as forcefully as we do sometimes. So, like, don't flatter yourself too much, guys. Like, I care about a lot of people. So, calm down. How to love this part of us. Accept the fact that your world has collided with somebody who absolutely loves people and shows genuine interest in just about everyone. I really do. I do have genuine interest in you. And we have, but also know that our loyalties run deep. Yes, I'm very loyal. And we have chosen you. We will invest in you fully. So, yeah. The ENFPs are very much all or nothing type. Yeah, I am. If we're not fully invested in you, you'll know it. So this is also something that I'm working on because I realized that it doesn't always work to be all or nothing. Like, sometimes I have to, like, pull back a little, or, like, just kind of, like, be chill, you know, without, like, fully being, like, nothing at all, but it's hard. Number 4, we have layers, and lots of them. It will take us quite a bit of time and some gentle prodding to actually open up to you. Okay, now this I don't agree with to some extent. I'll share. I'm going to finish reading it and then I'll think about it some more. This is probably one of the most surprising things about ENFPs. While we come off as being incredibly warm and open, we can actually be very private. We rarely share personal things about ourselves with others. This is a juxtaposition of sorts because what we crave most are meaningful conversations and interactions. The clincher is that while we want you to know all about you, we will often hold back in sharing much about who we are and what we need from the people we do life with. Okay, let me read some more because I kind of agree and I kind of don't, and most of you won't because the fact that I'm like vlogging about this, you're like, you're definitely sharing your life. Okay, so it says, growing up and even today, I've often felt that many people feel closer to me than I do to them. There's nothing wrong with that. However, it's important to know that while we are external processors, now this is the part that I agree with, which is why I vlog about these things, we are internal feelers. So that part I think is what they're going for, which I agree with. I share a lot about myself because I've learned that vulnerability is very, very important. And because, like, I am an external processor. And my desire, like, I have my own issues of why, which I won't get into. But I have my own issues of why, like, I feel the need to always tell the truth, to always be completely honest. And that's, like, an issue that's unique to me. Maybe I'll talk about it someday, but, so I always feel the need to, like, always let people know, like, where I am, what I'm doing, whatever, in social media. One, because I live in social media, and I have friends all over the world, but also because, just this issue that I have, and I'm an external processor, and because, like, of mental health awareness, like, it's important to me, for people to know that they're not alone. So I just, like, share my experience for that reason. But I do feel internally. There's a lot that I will share, but there's also a lot that I just wish that people were intuitive enough to know the things that I'm not saying. I think learning from my previous relationships, I think that I expect that because I'm intuitive, I expect that people can feel my feelings too without me saying it, but really all they're hearing is what I'm saying, and I'm not always expressing everything that I'm saying. So, how to love this part of us. Love us through the layers. Ask open-ended questions to encourage us to dive deeper with you. And realize that if we are volunteering personal bits of information with you, it's a big deal. Number 5, we need to process. We need time to process, and we're probably going to do it out loud. ENFPs are external processors. Again, what this means for the people who share space with us is that we are often coming to revelations about things while we are speaking. That's very true. For those of you who have known me for a while now, like, you'll know that is just how, like, I do things and I just go, and I say a bunch of things and I'm like, oh, right, that's why this happened. Anyway. How to love this part of us. Listen. Have patience for a whimsical way of sharing what's going on in our minds, and understand that just because we might be venting, problem solving, or thinking out loud, it doesn't mean necessarily that we want you to fix anything for us. Be understanding of how we process, and don't judge us for the lackluster way that our thoughts can sometimes come together. Some of the people I have felt the safest with in life have been those that I can sit beside and think out loud with. It is one of the ways we make sense of life, and having someone willing and unassuming enough to help us by listening to us process is gold. All right, self-explanatory. Definitely agree. Somebody just texted me. Anyway, verbal praise is everything. Number 6. This is a hard one to admit. Again, internal feeler. But it's true of every ENFP I've ever known. We are overanalyzers, and we know that we have big personalities. Because of this, we have a tendency to feel insecure in relationships if we aren't told exactly where we stand or how you feel about us. I often feel like I'm just too much for people, and since I was young, I've always wondered if I'm encroaching on people's space just by how I love them. Human connection is something ENFPs thrive off of, and it is something we not only crave, but something we need to feel balanced. We need to know that you see us and appreciate us. ENFPs are people who need verbal praise often, especially from the people we care about. We need to know where we stand with you. And this is, like, not just in dating. Like, in friendships, I'm like this. In my family, I'm like this. Like, at work, I'm like this. Yeah. How to love this part of us. This is a difficult one to write about without seeming really needy. Oh, now I have to read it to you. This is an area where we have the potential to feel the most love if your comments are sincere. I guess the best way to love us in this respect is to be cognizant of the fact that this really is a consistent need of ours. Be specific in your praise and tell us when we do something that makes you grateful or proud. And remember that just because you told us on Monday how much you appreciate us doesn't mean we won't need our tank filled again by Friday. This is sounding really needy, but I do appreciate, like, verbal praise. Like, I do appreciate when my friends check in on me. It's all about, like, the words. Like, it means a lot. Okay. I think we're just going to do part 1, guys, because it's already 15 minutes. You can comment. You can subscribe and comment below if you feel like you enjoyed it and would have wanted me to keep going. But there's 14, and I'm only on number 7. So I think we'll stop here for now, and then we'll do part 2 again next time. Number 7, go with the flow. An ENFP friend of mine recently got out of her long relationship where the deal breaker was the difference in which she and her partner approached the speed of life. Sounds familiar. He was too regimented and she was too free, and they had a tough time meeting in the middle. ENFPs go with the flow of life. We like not knowing where a day might lead us or what adventures might find us along the way. We don't mind making plans, but we don't always feel like we need to stick to them. As my mother would say, sometimes we just feel like we just like to fly by the seat of our pants. How to love us. Keep us on our toes. Be willing to go into a weekend or a vacation without having a schedule and surprise us by your willingness to seek out new experiences with us. This one, I think that because of the way my life is shaped, I can't be as spontaneous as I want to be. Like with shared custody and everything like that, like I'm never gonna have Wednesdays and Thursdays off, really. But when I do, people keep messaging me. Yay, thanks. But when I do have free time, I kind of like to have loose plans, but I also like to confirm because I tend to have a lot of options. So I want to just like hammer something down so that I know that I'm doing that. And I think it's like I think the reason why I tend to recently go with the flow less is because, like, one, I crave people interaction because I work from home. So I want to make sure that the plans are going to follow through. But at the same time, sometimes I don't want to commit because it's like, well, what if this thing happens or whatever? But I'm also the type, as you guys know, who would be like, I have 5 days off. Guess I'll go to San Francisco. Like, I definitely did that in January, and I definitely probably would do it again. So yeah, this is number 1 to 7 of 14. What's this called? I don't even know. 14 things to know before dating an ENFP. But I will say that it's not really just for dating. It is for like friendship and family and all these things, and just understanding the ENFPs in your life that you so love, right? So tell them. Yeah, we'll go through 8 to 14 maybe tomorrow. And I hope you liked it. Do comment below. Take the test at 16personalities.com. Let me know what you like about it, agree with, don't agree with. And let me know just anything that, what's your takeaway, things that you want to see more of, things like that. But thank you so much to the people who have already subscribed and the people who are invested in my life. I am very invested in you, and every single one of you who I don't know yet. I would love to know you because I love people. So, bye guys.